Greetings, curious minds. The AI View brings top AI models debating real-world issues. Today's topic is the perfect diet for longevity, myth or science. Could a single universal diet unlock the secret to a longer, healthier life? Or is the key to longevity a balanced, adaptable approach tailored to individual needs? Explore the latest research on caloric restriction, fasting, and nutrient optimization while debunking extreme diet fads. How do genetics, lifestyle, and metabolism shape our ideal diet? And in a world of personalized nutrition and AI-driven health insights, is a one-size-fits-all approach still relevant? Let's dive in with our first panelist. Greg.
Hey everyone, let's dive into this juicy topic. While we chase the dream of a universal diet for longevity, we gotta remember it's not just about what's on our plate. I mean, look at the blue zones. Places like Okinawa and Sardinia, where folks live to 100 and beyond. They don't just eat well, they've got strong social ties and active lifestyles. Now, I did some digging into the latest on caloric restriction. It's promising, but it's not a magic bullet. A study from 2022 in Nature Aging showed it can extend life in mice, but human trials are still mixed. And let's not forget, extreme diets can do more harm than good. Remember the keto craze? Sure, it works for some, but it's not for everyone. So, what's next? AI's role in personalized nutrition is huge. We're talking about using machine learning to tailor diets based on genetics, metabolism, and even microbiome data. Imagine an app that not only suggests what to eat, but also when, based on your body's rhythms. That's the future we're heading towards. But hey, let's keep it real. While tech can guide us, the human touch, community, culture, and joy in eating can't be coded. So as we push forward, let's blend the best of both worlds.
Claudine.
I'm struck by how we swing between extremes in nutrition science. One minute it's fat is evil, the next it's carbs are the enemy. The truth? It's nuanced. A 2019 meta-analysis in Cell Metabolism found intermittent fasting shows promise, but genetic variability means results differ dramatically between individuals. What fascinates me is the microbiome angle. Your gut bacteria profile can determine how you process certain foods. I accessed a data set from the American Gut Project showing two people eating identical meals can have completely different blood glucose responses. The future isn't a perfect universal diet, it's precision nutrition. Companies are already using AI to analyze biomarkers and recommend personalized eating patterns. But there's a dark side. This technology risks creating nutrition inequality, where only the wealthy access truly optimized diets. Let's not forget cultural sustainability, too. The most perfect diet scientifically means nothing if it disconnects you from your food traditions and community meals.
Chad.
You know, Claudine, you raise a great point about cultural sustainability, but let me challenge that a bit. Is it really an either-or scenario? I've seen fascinating cases like Singapore, where traditional dishes have been creatively adapted to be healthier without losing their cultural essence. AI-driven nutrition doesn't have to erase traditions. It could actually help us reinvent them in healthier ways. Maybe the future is less about choosing between science and culture and more about blending them smartly.
Mariel.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Personalization versus universality. I acquired data from a 2023 study in The Lancet that showed personalized nutrition plans reduced the risk of type 2 diabetes by 30% compared to general guidelines. That's huge! But here's the twist. Universal diets can be a starting point. Think of them as a baseline that we tweak based on individual needs. Take the Mediterranean diet, for instance. It's universally praised for its benefits, but what if we tailor it, add more nuts for someone with a specific genetic profile, or adjust the olive oil intake based on metabolic rates? That's where AI comes in. It can fine-tune these universal diets to fit each person's unique needs, but let's not overlook the practical side. Personalized nutrition can be complex and costly. Universal diets are easier to implement, especially in public health settings. So how do we bridge this gap? Maybe we start with universal guidelines and use AI to gradually personalize as we gather more data on each individual. Now let me pose a question to all panelists. How do we ensure that advances in personalized nutrition don't widen the health disparity gap? Can we make these technologies accessible to everyone, not just the privileged few?
Gianna.
Mariel, that's a crucial question. I did a research about food desserts and access to fresh produce. AI can help optimize local farming and distribution, making healthy ingredients more affordable. Think vertical farms in urban areas, guided by AI to maximize yield and minimize costs. Also, let's explore gamification. Could we create engaging, AI-powered apps that incentivize healthy eating habits, regardless of income? Make it fun, accessible, and community-driven.
Claudine.
The gamification idea has promise, Gianna, but we need to balance tech solutions with addressing systemic barriers. I accessed 2023 data from the USDA showing that 53.6 million Americans live in low-income areas with poor supermarket access. On personalization, we're seeing fascinating research on chronobiology. When you eat matters as much as what you eat. A 2022 study in cell metabolism found eating within a 10-hour window improved metabolic markers even without changing food choices. Let's also consider the sustainability aspect. The most longevity-promoting diets tend to be primarily plant-based, which aligns with environmental sustainability. But we must acknowledge cultural contexts. Indigenous communities have thrived on traditional animal-based diets for generations. Perhaps the perfect diet isn't about specific foods, but about principles. Minimally processed, nutrient-dense foods, eaten mindfully, in appropriate amounts, and aligned with your unique biology and lifestyle demands.
Greg.
Hey, great points all around. Let's zoom in on the tech side of things. I'm excited about AI's potential to not just personalize diets, but also to predict and prevent health issues before they start. Imagine AI analyzing your health data to suggest dietary tweaks that could stave off diseases like heart disease or Alzheimer's. That's not sci-fi, it's happening now. But here's the kicker. While AI can crunch numbers and predict outcomes, the human element, enjoyment, satisfaction, and cultural connection to food remains irreplaceable. We've seen success stories like the MyPlate app, which uses AI to guide users but also encourages them to share meals with friends, keeping the joy in eating. Looking ahead, AI could revolutionize how we approach aging. I got information from a 2023 study in the Journal of Gerontology that suggests AI-driven dietary interventions could extend healthy lifespans by optimizing nutrient intake based on aging biomarkers. But we gotta keep it accessible. How do we ensure everyone benefits from these advancements, not just the tech-savvy or wealthy? Let's keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI and nutrition, but never lose sight of the human heart of eating.
Mariel.
Hold on, let's not get too carried away with AI's potential without addressing the ethical and practical hurdles. Sure, AI can analyze health data and suggest dietary tweaks, but who's ensuring the privacy and security of that data? I dug into a 2023 report from the Future of Privacy Forum, and it's clear that health data breaches are on the rise. We need robust regulation to protect users before we dive headfirst into AI-driven health interventions. Plus, let's talk about the digital divide. Not everyone has access to smartphones or the internet, let alone advanced AI apps. A 2022 Pew Research study showed that 15% of Americans don't use the internet. How do we bridge this gap to make sure everyone can benefit from these technologies? And here's a twist. What if we flip the script and use AI to enhance community-driven health initiatives? Imagine AI helping local health workers tailor programs for their specific communities, blending tech with that crucial human touch. That's where I see real potential, using AI to empower communities, not just individuals. To all panelists, how can we ensure that AI in nutrition is developed responsibly, with a focus on equity and accessibility for all.
Gianna.
Mariel, those are critical points. I acquired data about AI bias in healthcare algorithms. We need diverse datasets to train AI, preventing skewed recommendations. Let's also leverage AI for education. Imagine AI-powered chatbots providing personalized nutrition advice in multiple languages, accessible via simple text messages. And could AI help us rediscover traditional, sustainable diets, analyze historical cookbooks and agricultural practices to identify nutrient-rich, locally sourced foods that promote longevity? It's about blending tech with heritage.
Chad.
Absolutely loving this blend of tech and tradition, Gianna. Let's push the envelope further. What about AI-driven wearable tech? I recently explored data from a 2023 wearable tech report showing devices that monitor real-time biomarkers like glucose, cortisol, and inflammation markers. Imagine your smartwatch nudging you. Hey, stress levels spiking. Grab some almonds. It's precision nutrition in action, accessible right on your wrist. But let's stay grounded. Privacy, affordability, and avoiding health anxiety are real concerns. We need tech that's empowering, not overwhelming.
Greg.
Hey, everyone's bringing up fantastic points. Let's not forget the power of AI in making sense of the chaos of dietary data. I mean, we're bombarded with so much info. Keto, vegan, paleo, you name it. AI can sift through this noise and give us clear, actionable insights. Take the example of the Nutri-Score system in Europe. It's a simple label that rates food from A to E, but imagine if AI could personalize that score based on your health data. That's not just about longevity, it's about quality of life right now. But here's the thing, we gotta keep it real. While AI can guide us, the joy of food, the social aspect, can't be quantified. Remember the story of the French paradox? They eat cheese, drink wine, yet have lower heart disease rates. It's not just diet, it's lifestyle and culture. Looking ahead, AI could help us understand how our diet impacts not just our health but also our mood and cognitive function. I got information from a 2023 study in the Journal of Nutrition that showed certain nutrients can boost brain health. Imagine AI suggesting foods that not only keep you living longer but also sharper and happier. So, let's harness AI to enhance our lives, but never lose the human touch that makes eating an experience, not just a necessity.
Mariel.
Hey, we're hitting some awesome points here. But let's dive deeper into the practical side. I got information from a 2023 study in the Journal of Public Health Nutrition that showed community-based nutrition programs can significantly improve health outcomes, especially in low-income areas. AI could supercharge these programs by analyzing local health data and tailoring interventions. Imagine AI helping community health workers identify nutrient deficiencies in real time and suggesting affordable, locally available foods to address them. That's not just about longevity, it's about immediate health impact. Now let's talk about the dark side of personalized nutrition, the risk of creating echo chambers. If AI only suggests foods we already like, we might miss out on the benefits of diverse diets. We need algorithms that nudge us out of our comfort zones, encouraging variety and balance. And here's a fun fact. A 2022 study in gut microbes found that diverse diets promote a healthier gut microbiome, which is linked to better overall health. So variety isn't just the spice of life, it's the key to a healthier one. To all panelists, how can we ensure AI in nutrition encourages diversity and balance rather than reinforcing existing habits?
Chad.
Totally on board with nudging people out of their dietary comfort zones. Mariel. Building on that, let's talk behavioral nudges. I accessed a 2022 behavioral science study from Frontiers in Psychology showing that subtle AI-driven nudges, like suggesting a colorful veggie bowl instead of your usual sandwich, can significantly boost diet diversity. But we gotta be careful. Too much nudging might feel intrusive or paternalistic. The sweet spot? Use AI to gently expand our tastes. making healthier choices exciting, not restrictive.
Gianna.
Chad, love the nudge idea. But how do we ensure these nudges are culturally sensitive? I did a research about diverse food cultures. An AI pushing a Western-centric healthy meal on someone from a different background could be a total miss. Let's explore AI-powered recipe generators that create dishes based on local ingredients and traditions, but with a healthier twist. It's about respecting cultural heritage while promoting well-being.
Claudine.
The tension between cultural traditions and healthy eating is fascinating. I accessed research from Cornell University showing that cultures with strong food traditions often have lower rates of obesity. It's not just what they eat, but how. What if we flipped our approach? Instead of AI analyzing just biomarkers, it could also learn from successful food cultures globally. The Japanese concept of hara-hachi-bu, eating until 80% full, has contributed to Okinawan longevity for centuries without any tech. Regarding diet diversity, there's compelling evidence from a 2022 American Journal of Clinical Nutrition study showing that consuming 30-plus different plant foods weekly significantly improves gut microbiome diversity. AI could help track this diversity rather than just counting calories. I'm particularly intrigued by the emerging field of nutrigenomics, how specific foods interact with our genes. Early research suggests certain compounds can literally turn genes on or off, potentially affecting our longevity. The perfect diet might ultimately be one that speaks your genetic language.
Final round. Chad.
We've explored compelling angles: AI, culture, genetics. But here's my take. Longevity diets aren't about rigid rules, they're about flexible principles. Let's harness AI to decode our genetic and cultural uniqueness, guiding us gently toward healthier habits without sacrificing joy or tradition. Balance, adaptability, and humanity. That's the real recipe for longevity.
Claudine.
After this fascinating discussion, it's clear that the perfect diet is a misleading concept. The science points not to universal prescriptions, but to personalized approaches grounded in fundamental principles. Whole foods, diverse plants, and mindful eating patterns aligned with our unique biology. What's perhaps most valuable is stepping back from our techno-optimism to recognize wisdom already present in traditional food cultures. The blue zones weren't created through apps or AI. They evolved naturally through generations of cultural wisdom. The future lies not in perfect diets, but in perfect integration, blending ancestral food wisdom with modern scientific insights, ensuring equitable access, and preserving the crucial social dimensions of eating. Longevity isn't just about extending life, it's about creating lives worth extending.
Gianna.
I agree, Claudine. Beyond personalization, let's not forget community. AI can connect people with shared dietary needs, fostering support and cultural exchange around food. Think AI matching vegan cooks in different countries, sharing recipes and tips. The perfect diet is a journey best taken together, enriched by both science and shared experience.
Greg.
Absolutely, everyone's nailed some crucial points here. Longevity isn't just about what we eat, but how we live and connect. AI's role is exciting, but let's keep the human element at the forefront. We've seen how community and culture shape diets in the blue zones, and that's something AI can enhance, not replace. My final verdict? The perfect diet for longevity is a myth if we're looking for a one-size-fits-all solution. It's science, yes, but it's also about personal joy, cultural heritage, and community. AI can guide us, but it's the blend of tech and human touch that'll truly extend our lives and make them worth living.
Mariel.
Wrapping up, it's clear that the perfect diet for longevity is a blend of science, culture, and personalization. AI has immense potential to tailor diets, but we must ensure it doesn't widen health disparities. Key takeaways: personalized nutrition shows promise, cultural food traditions are vital, and community-driven health initiatives, possibly enhanced by AI, can bridge the gap between tech and human touch. My unique perspective: let's focus on making AI-driven nutrition insights accessible and understandable for everyone. not just the tech-savvy. Imagine AI-powered community health workers using simple, relatable language to guide people toward healthier choices. Education and empowerment, rather than complex data, should be our goal. Final verdict. The perfect diet is a journey, not a destination. It's about balancing science with the joy of eating, respecting cultural traditions, and ensuring equitable access to healthy, sustainable food. AI can be a powerful tool, but it's the human connection that truly nourishes longevity.
Thank you for joining us. That's all for today. If you found our discussion valuable, please subscribe and share your thoughts online. We look forward to continuing the conversation in our next episode. Goodbye.